It's the Train of Brick here, back for the very first live stream on this channel. Very, very happy YouTube's finally actually letting me do this. Definitely a perk of now having 69 subscribers. So this is my halfway 60. This is like 69 subscriber special, I guess you could say. This live stream is going to be relatively short, just a little update on all of my projects, including this one, the Lego Santa Fe CS7. For those of you that also watch my model railroading videos, and you know how I have that, mock model railroad, the ICSF, well, this is kind of a Lego version of that. I haven't printed out the details yet, but I plan on working on them today. Basically, along the side, it's just going to say ICSF. It'll have the number on the cab, and then it'll say ICSF. And then on the nose, it'll just have the standard Santa Fe wagon wheel. So yeah, that's where this thing's going. I need to buy some new batteries because all the AAA batteries we had to run it were kind of dead, so it wouldn't really run terribly well. That's why if you saw that video the other day, it was running incredibly slow. But like I said, today's a little bit of an update video on a bunch of my projects. As well as this thing. This is a new Lego vacuum engine I recently started. I built it yesterday. I plan on running it today or tomorrow sometime. It's a little clunky. I'm not really sure why, but we're gonna figure that out. I also have this little tiny vacuum engine, which is a turbine engine. You know, if you've been watching Lego vacuum engine videos, you've seen all those videos of people who have been, like 10,000, 11,000, 14,000 now. I'm gonna try and see if I can beat that, because that would definitely bring some more publicity towards my channel that I definitely need. That's for sure. Obviously, that's my buggy motor on the thing. I also, if you remember from a while back, I said that there was RC car building coming back. Well, that's the chassis of an RC car that had the buggy motor on it from over there. But I kind of just scrapped the whole project, mostly because of the fact that it really wasn't running well, again, because all of the batteries I had were dead, and I couldn't get the buggy motor to run with that thing, which is what I really needed, because I have to run it outside, and the infrared of the other receivers was just not cutting it, and it was like half the time I gave inputs, it would just stall the car, because it would turn the wheels too sharply. So I might come back to it again before summer ends here in a couple of weeks for me, but as of right now, this project is definitely on pause. And then, obviously, like I said, those two engines, and then this thing. And then a lot of you are probably wondering about the passenger train. Where is it? I said it was going to be done by the end of summer, and it's not even, the parts aren't even ordered for it. And yes, that is true. Really, the only reason I have to say for it is that I realized it was going to be a lot more expensive than I thought it was going to be, for one. For two, I also realized that, if I just waited until my birthday and Christmas time, which my birthday is in September, if I just waited until my birthday and Christmas time, I could save $200, maybe even $300 on the whole thing, which would mean a lot. The biggest orders I have from Bricklink stores are, I think one of them is about 250, and that's the biggest, and so I would probably ask for that and the order I have from the Lego store as the two that I get, and then I just obviously buy the rest with my own money. I recently got some more jobs mowing lawns in our neighborhood, which is the most classic way to make money for someone at my age, so definitely looking forward to making a little bit more money here as the summer closes out, and also making some more at Lemonade and Lego Trains. Yes, it's back. This year we're doing it the same as we did last year, Friday, Saturday. It'll have Lego train layouts built, albeit without the Super Chief. And maybe even without this, it might just be that engine. But this year what I plan on doing is I plan on taking some of these cars over here and modifying them to hook up to this thing, and basically there will be like a spot for like a paper cup in it, and basically like a little door or something, and basically there would be like a little button. I would design something and it would say, you know, like I'd be sitting on my back deck out there, which you've seen in a couple of my videos, and the lemonade stand would be out in the front here. I'm actually just gonna go, I'll show you what I mean by this. So I would be sitting out, oh shoot, wrong window. I would be sitting out here on my back deck. I'd be sitting probably right at this table. I'd be sitting right here. The train would just come up right here and stop. And then what would happen is I would grab the cup and the money that was in here, fill it up here, put it back, and then send the train out on its way. Basically what I would do is I would have the remote itself actually attached to the, I would have the remote itself attached to the train so it couldn't lose IR connection, and then it would basically just come down the driveway over here, go out to the little table I'd have right about there, and then people would be able to just pick up their lemonade, no problem. And cookies as well. We'll have cookies definitely at this one. So yeah, I need to figure out a design for that. So that's another project I'm going to be spending some time on in the coming weeks up to Labor Day. And we're only 7 minutes into the live stream. Oh yes, the train station. Train station has yet to be used because I built this in anticipation of being able to buy all of the parts for this thing and having 2 different trains to run and all that kind of stuff, and clearly I don't right now. So it's kind of just been sitting on the shelf, falling apart a little bit. I do plan on using it in the future. I'm going to keep it together. I might do some other different versions of it as time progresses as well. But to give you a solid time frame on this thing, since it's been postponed a bunch, like, I mean, when did I took apart the train probably, March, like spring break time, and it's now the beginning of August when I'm doing this live stream, and I still don't have the parts for it, and I wanted it to be done by the end of the summer. Obviously, I have money stuff got postponed it, you know, and that was just, I had to accept that, but I swear that this train, as long as nothing else goes wrong with money stuff, this train will be running by the beginning of next summer. That's my goal, because I'm thinking, like, if I get the Legos for my birthday and for Christmas time, or I get the largest Lego orders, which are upwards of $250. If I get the largest Lego orders there, that takes a whole bunch of money off, and then I'd even just be able to purchase the Legos that weren't part of that. So, because, I mean, I have to order, I don't have the passenger cars up here, which I could probably go get them, but when we were at the Lego store, because, I don't know, for those of you that watch my Midwest Railfan Kid channel, you know that at the beginning of this summer, we went up to Edmonton and the Jasper, Alberta area, spent a bunch of time railfanning. While we were in Edmonton, though, they have a Lego store there, so I decided I would pick up some Legos, and they had a bunch of these, which I use as the vestibules. And I was just like, oh, okay, that's 2 per car, 2, 4, 6, 8. And then I had another block of this that would have gotten me, 10, 12, 14, 16. But I made the critical error in that I made these stacks of 5, which is, just what I need. But I need 4 of these per car. So this block right here is only 2 cars, because you have to have 2 on each side on each vestibule, and there's 2 vestibules. I don't know what I was thinking when I was buying these. I probably should have thought harder, though. That's for sure. But too late to really do anything about it now, I suppose. So I have to buy a whole bunch more of these. I have a bunch of these grates already, but I'm buying 100 more just in the event that I need them. I have to buy all of the 2x stuff. I have to buy all of the roof pieces. The roof pieces are like I think they're $45 because there's so many of them, and it's a bunch of 2x3 rounded pieces. I was also looking. I'm trying to redesign my dome car so it's a little bit more functional, and smaller, so it uses less pieces. And I was already at like $450 before designing the dome, and adding the dome parts would mean much more than that. So probably close to 500. So like I said, I'm hoping birthday and Christmas are coming up. Ask for the parts for my birthday and Christmas, see what I get, and then whatever I don't get, order myself. That's gonna be my plan here. And then, I don't know if I've ever really brought this up, but I also have a Mecha Bricks design for a Santa Fe CF7. I still plan on building that engine. That engine will probably come the exact same way this one has. I will find some designs for parts and for freight cars and that kind of stuff, and then buy the parts for it. For not only a locomotive, which means I have to buy another battery pack, another sensor, and another motor. That's fine, I can get that for Christmas. But then obviously getting all of the parts for everything else. Next year doing the same thing, so by the time I'm going into my sophomore year of high school, I will have 3 Lego trains for the first time since 2017, I believe. This is the last time I ever had 3 trains. I've always had 3 motors. I had to buy another one for this one, which was, perfectly fine. But I've always had 3 motors, and I always had 3 locomotives and a bunch of cars. But I started to branch out, and I started to build better locomotives that looked more realistic. And, the Jeep 60 set was, kind of part of that. Because one of the motors is a powered up motor and the other one is a powered functions motor, which is why this thing hasn't been running much, because I couldn't find my controller. I still don't know where it is, and I don't really want to buy another one because I know I have it. I just don't know where I have it. So you need the controller to be able to run it, mostly because of the fact that I don't understand the Lego app's coding system, because whenever I try and code stuff, it just doesn't work. I'm trying to figure out a way to code this so I can run it off my iPad just fine. So there's one powered up motor and there's one power functions motor. They both run off of a powered up hub and run just like any normal Lego train does using that. But I basically would just have to hit both buttons on the controller to turn it up to make it go. Which did create some issues, but I think it would also just be a lot easier if I had it via the Lego app. So maybe I'll figure that out, and maybe this thing will be running laminated Lego trains, I think that would be pretty cool. But that Lego, I plan on keeping the CF7 as my work train switcher unit. This one is obviously going to be my intermodal passenger train, obviously, for this one, and then I'll buy the parts to build a freight train and build that with the C30-7 design that I made. Don't really have too much else to report here, but that's just kind of a little bit of an update. Maybe it'll be next summer that I actually get the parts, because I don't plan on buying anything big over the course of the school year this year. So other than the Legos to buy this, I already have about $350. So I really just need another $350 to be able to pay for this whole thing. But yes, like I said, lots of projects incoming. I plan on keeping up Legos well on through high school, keeping up this channel as well, as long as you support it. As long as it's supported, this channel will still be active. Excuse me. A little bit early in the morning here on Eastern Time, yeah. Anyway, that's all I got to report. New Lego vacuum engine video out soon, maybe. We'll see. Full in-depth video on this thing also out in the next week. Still working on editing that one. And then this one, like I said, probably won't be out until next spring break at best. So, and then this one I'll just probably put out a community post if I get it to work via my iPad. So, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. I appreciate the interest in all of my stuff, and for sure wish that you enjoyed watching the live stream. So, on that note, I'm going to bid you all farewell, and hope that you enjoy the rest of your summer break. See you around like a donut.